Mzansi. While Mzansi, McG has had a rough week with half of Mzansi calling for his podcast to be cancelled, all following the controversial episode with Jup Jup. But perhaps Mzansi, the most damaging part of his week has been the implication that he is a physical and sexual abuser. Hello and welcome to Entertainment News Mzansi. Now, if you're new to my channel, you know you're here for the stories. Go ahead, click the subscribe button and the bell, and you'll never miss an update. Now, Mzansi, McG has threatened to sue Amanda Du Pont with a lawsuit if she does not retract all she said about him. Now, speaking in a recent episode on Podcast and Chill with McG, he called out the Skeem Sam actress for suggesting that he was an abuser. Now, according to the podcast, Amanda allegedly shared a post on social media in which she asked people to come forward if they have ever been assaulted by McG. If McG has raped you, send me a DM, the post allegedly read, but we are unable, Mzansi, to trace the tweet that supposedly triggered McG. He said that he understands why she was triggered by the Jup Jup episode. In his defense, Mzansi, he said he had no idea that Jup Jup had allegedly assaulted her and tried to kill her. He continued to say that if he had known the topic was that sensitive, he would never have led Jup Jup down the path of talking about Amanda. But the fact that Amanda is now coming for him is putting him into jeopardy, and now he has no choice but to sue Mzansi. Do leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I love to hear from you. But for now, I will bring you the updates hot, just the way you like it.
Always.
So why can't we this time?
Exactly. And they're the ones we owe the truth. They're the ones we owe that level of honesty that they signed up for.
You know what I mean?
The rawness, the conversations, the raw conversations we have.
So on today's episode, I'm just literally addressing the chillers. Fuck everybody else. I don't care what everybody else thinks. I don't care what they have to say.
We never did though.
Yeah.
What we do is for the chillers. And whenever shit happens, we get a lot of new chillers. When we find ourselves in such storms, we always benefit more than we have lost as far as the following and the chillers. And that's who we do the shit for, and that's who we'll always do the shit for the chillers.
And my thing is, like, obviously, naturally, as the podcast grows, people will always have opinions.
Yeah.
Not everybody's gonna like the show, and it's of course.
Even some chillers will leave, not be happy and to leave. Okay.
And we know that coming into this, right?
Yeah.
The only thing that fucking irks me is when people spread bullshit about me or Saul or anyone on the podcast network about stuff that we did not do, stuff that is not true. That's where I'm like, what's going on?
That's a personal attack.
Yeah, is this a witch hunt?
It is. It's Salem.
What crime did we commit? What did we do wrong? What did I do wrong?
Now, for which instance?
I'm just talking about in general.
Well, because I could say, for Amanda to go out there and say if you've been raped or abused by McG. Then she said, do fact check. How the fuck are we going to fact check what was happening in your relationship with Jup Jup when Jup Jup tells us this and you've never said a word? How the fuck are we supposed to read his mind and fact check that?
Singena P.
Also.
Singena P.
How are we going to fact check? How are we going to ask Jup Jup, wait, well, you're not raping her? How are we going to fact check that? She said, we must fact check. How the fuck can we fact check that?
Weren't there articles that came out previously?
I don't know about those articles.
Yeah.
Did you know about those articles?
I don't know about those articles.
If you watch that episode when Jup Jup said he dated Amanda, we were shocked. We're like, oh wow, you dated Amanda.
Yeah, that's the first time I found out.
It's the first time I found out.
Okay.
Right? And I want to talk too much about Amanda because the lawyers are handling that.
Yeah.
And it's a very sensitive issue,
Of course.
And that's the first and foremost thing that I want to talk about is the fact that as a network, myself, Coach Lady, everybody that works on this network, we understand the sensitivity of GBV. We do not condone it. We never have. People are talking like, we do podcasts where we're like, yeah, rape women. And we go, yes, you must rape them. On a rate of 1 to 5, how did you rape them? That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Like we're promoting this stuff. And if you watch, we've done more than 300 episodes. We've never once promoted GBV. We've never once promoted a rape.
At all.
At all.
At all.
Because it's a pandemic in this country.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
I get you.
And for them to say we promoted GBV by having Chup Chup on, I mean, I saw Busi saw tweets. They didn't tweet shit when Chup Chup got a show on Moja Love. That how dare you give a murderer a platform? And didn't you go to and serve his time? It's not our fault that the legal system in South Africa works the way it works and the man is out after a few years when kids are dead. It's not our fault. Slicker interviewed him. There was no outcry about why you're giving this guy who did X and Y and Z a platform. But when we do it, it becomes an attack on podcasts and chill. So who's the enemy, Kran? Is it even Chup Chup?
Or is it us?
Or is it us? Is it even Chup Chup or is it us? Even Amanda Tabete, I saw that garbage tweet of hers. And she said nothing about Chup Chup and what he said, how he spoke about people. So the enemy is us.
Amanda Tabete, what the fuck has she done, bro? What has she done? And I don't even want to name names because now it's going to seem like we're attacking women, which is what the feminists love saying.
Attacking, we're responding. They tweeted on their platform, we're responding on our platform.